I'm going to try and do it without looking at this too much. But a wise man once told me that a best man speech should only last as long as the room in the bedroom. So thank you for coming. We joke, of course. Just want to start by talking a bit about John. I met him 23 years ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
23 years ago. He used to come down around Irene and Dave's house, come out to play, making loads of noise. Sorry about that.
You haven't joined?
Yeah. Going around the back with the woods, doing dumb things like making dens, playing silly games like wars, throwing sticks and firelighters at each other. We weren't clever. Still not. As we grew up, we used to go to different places. One of the places was the bowling alley, where we'd always go there, and I would sit down and I'd watch John dance the same 3 songs, over and over to impress any girl that was there. Never worked. As we grew up, we could start drinking. Well, I started drinking when I was about 18. John's fault. First time I got drunk, went out, I had 3 pints, and he had to carry me back home. Took me back home, knocked at the door, dropped me off, he ran off. My mum wasn't happy, but I heard it was a good evening. Now, I've got plenty of stories I can talk to you about John and myself and most of us here drinking, but it's a family-friendly event, so I'll try and keep it as PG as I can. So I'll tell you a story about 10, 15 years ago. I was at my mum and dad's house, drinking. Quite a few of us there. Drinking till like 4 o'clock in the morning, all getting drunk. Go to sleep, get up in the morning, come downstairs, looking, everyone's still crashed out. No John. Look in the garden. No John. I was like, okay. Tried to give him a few phone calls. Could get hold of him. Thought, okay. A little while later, John at the door. Comes in. He's only just gone to school, took his maths GCSE, passed it, came back to drink a little bit more. And then he's a fish. Well,
My boy.
from then, I moved into a flat, and the amount of times I used to come back from work, and there'll be Lisa, there'll be John, there'll be Hay, all sitting outside waiting for me to go down the road to go buy him alcohol. Just so we could have like a little drink at a party. I just want to say, mate, you made my life entertaining and fun, and you never made it anything boring. Thank you. I'm going to now pass you to Anthony.
Okay guys, just one thing first. I want to say thank you to John. I know he put a load of money behind the bar so we could all have a drink. So thank you for that, John. It was really, really nice, yeah. I've only known John 8 or 9 years. Feels like a lot longer. When I used to know him when we worked in the hotel.
Slowly, please, slowly, because I am here on My nervous, Anthony, but I need a few.
You need time. Okay. So I met John about 8 or 9 years ago. We worked in the hotel together. You just said, right? I met John in the hotel. When I used to see John, his hair was different colour every time I would see him. It was blue, red. I remember one time it was like blonde on one side, black on the other. Yeah, and the days of Prox, I just now ruined him. So, when John asked me to be best man, I was very honoured, but I said to him, look, it should be Adam. You've known Adam the longest. He goes, no, I've got the 2 of you. I felt relief then, because I just wing things, where Adam, obviously he's prepared this for us. This is Adam's bit, and here it just says, and this is what I need to talk about. What we discussed on the phone. It's the same as the stag do. So we've done that again on the phone. I come up with the ideas. Adam sorted it and held the money. Pretty much how my friendship is with John. It's just a bit mad. Again, we tried to think of some stories that wouldn't get him in trouble. We couldn't really think of any really that didn't involve alcohol. The one story that always comes to mind is when I used to work in the hotel with John. So as you can imagine, John was in there cooking breakfast. 4:30 in the morning, there'd be maybe 300 people stopping in the hotel. If you could imagine, there'll be a door there and then a door there. I used to come through, throw something at John, and then run out the other door. And I kept throwing stuff at him. And one day he got really, really annoyed, and he picked a vinegar bottle up and just threw it at me. A glass vinegar bottle. So I ducked. And you'd never believe it, to this day, he hit the break glass point on the fire. That big, he hit it from across the room. He wouldn't want any teddy at the fair. He would have had 3 goldfish, everything. And he hit it. Did you not do? You hit that, didn't you? So I've gone to him, John, we've just called this, the fire brigade are going to come, and 300 people at 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning are going to be standing outside Broad Street. I said, quick, give me your shoe. So I took his shoe and a knife and I started slicing his laces. And I said, what we need to say is you fell on your lace and you hit into the break glass point. We need to think of something quickly. And I said, I'll go upstairs and pretend I wasn't with you. So I ran up to the 6th floor, ran across the hotel and run back down. I was like, what's happened? John, what's happened? Like this. I was already dead. And he was like, I fell like this. So we ended up getting the MCO, the night manager, in quite a bit of trouble, to be honest. But yeah, whenever I'm with John, trouble always happens. Yeah. Normally, we'll go out for a night out, and me and John will go out. We'll have a drink at Dave and Irene's first, a bottle of vodka or something. We go out. 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. I'll turn up. Where's John? I don't know. So I'll just crash on the sofa. 2:30, 3 in the morning, John would make his way in. 4 o'clock in the morning, I'd hear Dave come down and shout, "Get to bed." So I'd go upstairs and then go to sleep. And that was pretty much 4 nights a week for about 5 years. But honestly, guys, like I said, when John asked me, I was really honoured. I'm really honoured to be here today. From an outsider as well, John's got a really, really good group of friends that you don't get very often.
He's got
I mean, you normally can count 5 friends, but John's got 10 good friends, so he's a really, really lucky guy. He's got a lovely girl here, and the family over there he's coming to is lovely too. Last thing we want to say is, they say you don't marry the person you can live with, you marry the person you can't live without. So this is John and T. Let's raise our glasses. John and T. Thank you.
Cheers. Joe, bad boy. Joe,
Very bad boy.
Very long. But you really are a lovely, lovely person. And thank you so much for asking me to be your maid of honour. And I've loved every minute of dress shopping and hair appointments and everything. And I've never seen my little brother look as happy as he does when he's with you. So I'm going to say to Ty for putting up with it for the rest of the
Right, now we're done.
We are done.
Time to get to the bar. Yeah.